Good morning. Oh, I'm gonna do a tagged video for you guys. But first, I gotta coffee. I gotta get some coffee. The best part of waking up. What's cracking, YouTube? I'm Brandon. Welcome to DaVinci's Alchemyst. If this is your first time to my channel, stick around. You're gonna want to subscribe, I promise you. So, I've been super tired. I've been burning the candle at both ends. Been working a lot, but I was tagged by a rogue-ish individual by the name of Luke to do a video, and I mean, how can you trust him, this Luke guy? I mean, how can you trust a guy who kisses his sister, right? What's that? Oh, not the same. Never mind. Forget I said that. Totally different Luke. I was tagged by Luke is Poe, and I'm gonna be real lazy about it, and from now on, I'm gonna call him Lip. So that beautiful sumbitch Lip tagged me for the top 7 fragrances that just didn't work for me. Now, I typically sample stuff a lot before I buy it. Occasionally I will blind buy it, and sometimes it works out. So luckily for me, most of these that are in my list are gonna be decants or samples that I have gotten my hands on. So just without further ado, we'll break right into it. We'll get to the first one on my list. And that first fragrance is something that I got out of Scentbird, which is a monthly subscription service. And that one is Rag & Bone and Sans. Now, I did a review on that. If you wanna go check that out, I'd appreciate the hell out of that. And this just, it didn't work for me at all. There was just too much chemically, like, just punchy, nose attacking stuff. Didn't really dig it at all, which is unfortunate because Rag & Bone does make one of my favorite fragrances of all times, which is Oddity. Not sure if they just increased the amount of resins in this, and really don't know what the deal is. Typically I enjoy balsamic, resiny type fragrances, but this was just way too much for me. Just made my nose feel like it was gonna explode. To give you fair warning, there are gonna be a couple of ouds on this list, which is a little bit different and weird for me because I really dig a lot of oud fragrances. I have quite a few in my collection, and typically I like the way that ouds will come off. This one is 24 Gold Oud Edition, and I've tried it a couple of times to see if I would like it because I know that it's been somewhat hyped up. It's just gross to me. It's not even that it's like a fecal oud, it's just such a synthetic and fake oud that it really doesn't jive with my schnoz. It just blasts. It's a little more synthetic, a lot more synthetic than I can deal with, and I don't know, it's really put me off a lot to the 24 branding, which I know I shouldn't just kill my thoughts on a brand just because, you know, of one fragrance, but yeah, this not impressed with 24 Oud Edition, 24 Gold Oud Edition. Ugh, bleh. That leads me to the third one on this list, which is my second oud on this list, trying to keep them grouped together, you know. And that is a duo fragrance that I picked up, and I blind bought this. Stupid. Yeah, I know. And this is their inspired expression of YSL's M7. This one's called D7, and it is not good. I was not impressed. It doesn't jive well with me. I don't know if M7 would jive well with me since I've never smelt the original, but this just doesn't work. I am stuck with this bottle. Hey, anybody want to buy a bottle? It kind of started off with a decent, like, woody accord, and it was relatively pleasant, but it didn't take long for it to just turn. I'm assuming that it has a lot to do with my skin chemistry in this, but yeah, it just wasn't working. So for me, D7 is a miss. You ain't sinking my battleship. Before I get into my next big grouping of fragrances, which is aquatics, because aquatics, kiss my ass. They just don't work for me. The last 3 on this list will be aquatics. This next one is super expensive, so no love lost that I don't absolutely love it. Again, it was a Scentbird pickup, and it is Clive Christian X Masculine. There is just too much going on in this. It doesn't work for me whatsoever. I mean, I think like the first opening little bit of it kind of was decent, but kind of like the M7, it just shortly thereafter, it just took a wrong turn down a wrong alley into Wrongstown because it just didn't work for me. It's too muddled, it's too loud. Things are battling inside this, at least with my nose, and it didn't work. But again, I don't like it. I friggin' hate it. So I do not have the feeling, or I'm not compelled to spend the ass ton of money that this fragrance incurs because it is super expensive. So no love lost for Clive Christian X Masculine. Let me give you a little bit of a backstory about why I hate aquatics. For the longest time, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out what it was about aquatic fragrances that didn't work. I just knew that every one that I tried, I put it on, and whether it was like a combination of my skin and certain fragrance chemicals that they use in it, or if it was just that I just couldn't stand it, period, I don't know. So I figured out that if a fragrance company or brand uses the note or the chemical of cologne, then it just doesn't work out with my nose. It's really super harsh for me, it's really super synthetic for me, and essentially it's the same feeling whenever I smell cologne of like getting a big old sniff of just raw chlorine. It's super funky, and it just literally hurts the backs inside, the deep depths and crevices and funk of my nasal cavity. Can't do it. I can usually pretty much be okay with smelling it on other people, but with myself, it just doesn't work. So no on the aquatics. So the first aquatic on this list, we can say is probably the grandfather of aquatics, and that is Aqua de Jo. I know, boo, hiss, you know what, don't unsubscribe to my channel because I can't friggin' stand Aqua de Jo. It's just, I wanted to love this so much. I got it a little decant. I had a feeling that I was gonna not be able to jive with it, but I still got a decant, and it doesn't, it's the same. It hurts. It hurts to have it on. I gotta scrub it off like super quick. It's a bummer. I know that this is like just a banger popular fragrance, and I really wanted to like it, but I never grew up enjoying it, and I will live the rest of my life not enjoying it. So Aqua de Jo is also on the list of these fragrances that just don't do it for me. Next kind of blue aquatic fragrance that I also did a video on, you can check the link out up there, is Aqua Chrome. Luckily for me, I picked this up for right around 10 bucks or so. I don't remember exactly what it was, at like a TJ Maxx or a Ross or something like that. And it's the same deal. It's got that funky, like right now on the bottle, it's not bad. I can actually stand it. But if I put this on my skin and then I smell it on my skin, I'd have to scrub it off right away. And it sucks, but not that big of a loss. Again, it really was not that much money for this. Anybody want to buy a bottle of Chrome? It's tiny. I just don't like swimming in the waters of aquatics. What? I thought it was funny. Last on this list, and now this one really bummed me out because I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I've heard how great it is and how wonderful it is. And it contains one of my new favorite notes in perfumery, which is green mango. I really dig green mango in Primus from Novatus, but in salted green mango from Stranger's Perfumery, the combo in here, it is like friggin' napalm. It's got the saltiness, which I'm fine with. It's got the mango, which I'm super excited about, but there is an aquatic note in here, and it just sucks. I know I don't want to turn you off to this or any of these fragrances. I think you should definitely check them out for yourself, but this is just horrific. And as a matter of fact, earlier this morning, I put a little on my hand to remind myself whether or not I actually hated it, or if maybe I would warm up to it a little bit. No dice! I will tell you one thing though, and it's in your favor if you like aquatics. This stuff lasts forever, and it stays on you forever, because I've gone through 2 scrubbings at my sink with some Dial soap, and this shit just still won't rub off. It's just not going away. Oh, I just want to cut off my goddamn hand. For me, it just doesn't work, and that's a bit of a bummer. But again, if you like aquatics, you should probably check this out, because it is a beast in the performance department, and well worth the money, I would think, if you're into aquatics. So that's my 7 fragrances that didn't work for me. Thank you again, Luke, for tagging me. If you beautiful people have not gone to Luke's channel, You really should go check it out. I will tag him down in this the description of this video. He's got great content, super funny. Go subscribe to Luke. So my tag to continue this for this video is I'm going to tag Lizzie from Rose & Jones. Thank you again for sticking around and watching. The caffeine has finally kicked in. I'm gonna go take a shower. Hope all you beautiful people are having a great weekend and a great week. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, mash the shit out of that notification bell so you know when I drop further videos. Hit the thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, let me know what fragrances that you have tried that you can't stand. And don't forget, no matter whatever it is you're doing, no matter where you go, keep calm, stink pretty. I will see you on the next one.